I feel that I've been really blessed over the years to have so many fine young people who also were very fine athletes that I could work with and coach. And Bruce was always one of the finest, and I couldn't believe it. I'm extra excited now that he's being inducted because that takes us back to the beginning. 1966, first year on this campus site, my first year here as a track coach, and what did they give me? Bruce McKee. Not only a wonderful person, but an excellent javelin thrower.
Well, Bruce and I were teammates, classmates during the 64-66 time period. And during this time, we were, as I said, friends and classmates. We fondly remember a few things, some of which riding to events and meets crammed in the state cars. Fondly remember being crammed in the back seat with Bruce. The $2.50 per diem meal money. But above all, we proudly represented our school as Cossacks, wearing the trendy Columbia blue and navy uniforms that were presented in those days.
He went to nationals. He was our first All-American, and as a coach, I still refer to so many of my former athletes as my kids, but not Bruce. He never was one of my kids, and I don't remember whether it was because he was already older or just more mature. But he wasn't a kid. He was my man. He was a young man, and I just felt really honored to be able to work with him. It was fun. It was great.
However, in its second year, still with about 8 members, they competed at 4-way meets, 3-way meets with Far Western Conference opponents. In such the case, in this particular year, Bob Serrani was the new track coach, replacing Eric Pearson, who was the coach the year before. At one particular meet, I believe it was April 16th of '66, Sonoma State competed against San Francisco State with the University of Nevada and the University of San Francisco in a 3-way meet, with Bruce throwing the javelin and taking first, and second place in the discus. Sonoma State achieved their first team win, a 51-37 decision over the University of San Francisco, first in the school's history.
I think the one thing that kind of stands out is his maturity. I mean, I had some coaching experience before coming here, but not a lot. And this is my first one here, and it was just a help to me to have someone with his level of maturity, aside from the fact he was good at throwing that spear. And that just helped me as I got started on my initial venture here as the track coach. And
as I mentioned before, we were often outmanned by larger schools, but on the plus side, we took the competition to heart. We played well, we played hard, and we earned the respect of many of the teams that we played against based on this fact.
He would get really sort of disappointed in himself at times, because at times, which happens with any athlete, he'd hit a point where he just wasn't getting any farther. That javelin, he'd work hard, and that javelin just wouldn't seem to keep going any farther. But I remember being so proud, and when he went, I believe, when he went to the regionals and nationals, I think it was held at the University of Nevada, Reno, and for him to come home, our first All-American, I'm so proud. Yeah.
Personally, I am proud of all his accomplishments, and I'm honored to welcome him into the Sonoma State Athletic Hall of Fame. As former athletes at Sonoma State, we are forever linked to the memories and friendships accumulated as teammates and classmates. Our legacy as pioneers of sports at Sonoma State is that we left our footprints in the sand for others to follow. However, in Bruce McKee's case, his shoe size is definitely bigger than most. It means a lot to me to have a classmate, a teammate, and a friend, and I'm just as honored to be here watching him inducted as he is probably to be inducted. So it's I'm very proud of him and what he's meant to the university.
I think I'd say, Bruce, I just want to thank you, number one, for choosing SSU and coming to Sonoma State, and for giving me the privilege and the pleasure to work with you and to be your coach. You certainly deserve the recognition you're getting tonight. You deserve that, and I congratulate you. Nice job, guy.